I was speaking to a friend of mine the other day who teaches Introduction to Computer Science at Ben-Gurion University, the Negev here in Beer-Sheva, Israel. And he said a few of his students had asked him, what is it meant by a type error? And being that they were mostly familiar with JavaScript, he found it hard to explain. So I thought I'd go over that. So the most basic type of type error is when you have an operation, you provide data to an operation that doesn't make sense. There's an old joke. What do you get when you cross an elephant with a pig? The punchline is variously. One version of the punchline is elephant pig cosine theta. Now, obviously, you cannot apply a vector cross product to two animals. That's a little silly. But it brings up an illustrative point. Now, in JavaScript, you see this a lot with things like the double equal operator. If you look at what is and is not equals with the double equal operator, you get all sorts of weird things like the string of the character 0 is equal to the number 0, except where it isn't. Or sometimes things are equal and sometimes they're not, and other things like that. Also, the plus operator in JavaScript is overloaded. It does both addition with numbers, so 3 plus 4 equals 7, as you would expect, but also string concatenation, so hello plus world equals hello world. But what happens if you add a number to a string? Well, it converts the string to a number and then adds them. It's sort of weird. I should also point out that it's a little weird because one of the fundamental properties of addition is it's commutative. 3 plus 4 is equivalent to 4 plus 3. Hello plus world is not equivalent to world plus hello. They're in opposite orders. But that's a side point. In Elm, we use types to prevent this type of error from happening. If you have a number and you want to treat it as a string, you have to explicitly turn it into a string. Otherwise, Elm assumes you made a mistake and will try to correct it. If you're used to JavaScript, this will appear a little bit strange. It will require you to think a little bit about what type of data you're passing around. It will also require you to handle the edge cases and the error cases. If you have a string and you want to convert it to an integer, well, if the string is the digits 3, 4, that converts to the integer 34. Awesome. What if the string is hello world? And what does that compare to? That doesn't make any sense. Or maybe the empty string. What is string to int on the empty string? Well, it's an error, is what it should be. But is your code handling that case correctly? I don't know. So this is how Elm uses types. Now, also, if you're familiar with object-oriented types, a la in Java or C# or a language like that, you'll also find Elm types are different. There's no idea of a subtype in Elm. In Java, you can have a dog, which is also a mammal. And you can have things that accept type mammal and things that accept type dog. Whereas in Elm, a dog is a dog, and that's it. You can express hierarchies in other ways, but not in that way. Object-oriented community, and it's neither here nor there for our purposes. So that is the basics of what is a type error. That the type checker prevents us from applying an operation or a function to the wrong kind of data. And a type error would be a case where you try to do that. So again, you take a vector cross product of a pig and an elephant. Well, again, that doesn't make any sense. Those aren't vectors. They're animals. But in a weakly typed language like JavaScript, you can try to do that, and whether or not, even if the interpreter can do something with it, it's not entirely clear it will make any sense in a semantic way from your application.